there, boys and girls, and welcome to episode 180 of Sonic Boom TV. This episode is about the insane free sale that was available on The Sound of Vinyl. I don't know if this is a store or if it's just a website. Unclear. Wanted to start by saying that I changed my burned out lights here, and this strand over here is brand new and burned out already. So I'm gonna have to get some better Christmas lights because we gotta have a professional operation here. But anyway, last week or this week, I don't know. A week ago from yesterday, I think I found out about a sale. Found out about it on Facebook. A sale from The Sound of Vinyl where they were getting rid of at least 100, maybe 200 records. Those are just, and they were all free. All you had to do is pay shipping. Now I think they juiced up the shipping a little bit, so they actually made a few dollars, because I'll tell you about that in a minute. But it wasn't like regular media mail, because regular media mail for a record's about $5, maybe a little less, and I paid a little more than that. So, but went on there. Didn't know if it was a scam or not. I had ordered from them once before, a while ago, and their customer service isn't that great. They don't respond to you. They send you a confirmation email that you bought the item, but you don't get anything notification of whether it's shipped or not, although you're supposed to. I've heard people say that they tried to contact them and they don't respond, but it took a week, and my stuff showed up. So I went on there and looked through the stuff, and they had some good things on there, some popular bands or whatever. They had a lot of Paul McCartney, a lot of PJ Harvey. I think it was PJ Harvey. I think they had a few hip hop things that I'm not familiar with. Some Def Leppard. But the two things that caught my eye first, and I didn't have much money to buy a bunch of stuff, because I could have, but I only bought two things. There was the Pearl Jam Gigaton and the Beastie Boys Some Old Bull. You know the word, BS. I'll show that in a minute. Trying to keep it a family-friendly show. But yeah, so I never knew if I was getting them, and a friend of mine ordered like a day after when I told him about it, and he got one of his. I think he said he ordered 5 things. He ordered one. He ordered a day after me and got one of his, like the second day, I think, and then so I was like, I don't know, and he said he had got some kind of shipping confirmation on his, but I didn't get anything. But anyway, yesterday, get to my house, my door, apartment, and first thing I see is a box that looks like that, opened, and I was like, oh no. I said, either somebody stole it off my front door, or the mail people opened it. Something's gonna be wrong with this. It's not gonna be in there or whatever. But thankfully it was in there. This is it's sticky material, and it's supposed to stick down, but they just probably just slapped it on and didn't stick and whatever. Didn't put any extra tape or anything. So that record could have been taken away, but it wasn't. It says they're in Shepherdsville, Kentucky. Don't know. That's their little, I'll show you their little logo. Cover my address up there a little bit. That's their logo. Sound of Vinyl. And they had a lot of stuff, and I couldn't believe that they were doing this, but they were charging for shipping. I believe for a single LP it was $8 and some change. I think you had to pay tax too, and on the shipping. And then the 2 LP was $10. So, and some change. So I paid $18 for 2 records that this one, Pearl Jam's Gigaton, goes for about $45-$50 anyway, so I couldn't pass that up. This is a very heavy feeling record, and I know why, because of what's on the inside. But there's no name on the front cover. It is on the spine, which you probably cannot see in there. It's a very nice color. It's shiny. It's cool. But the track listing on the back, it's a sticker. And it comes in its own, pre-bagged with that sticky stuff, which I hate. But it also says made in Germany over there. This is a German pressing of it. It's not the American version, it's the German version, which I think are pretty much the same. There's just one thing that I know of that's different. But let's open it up. I already opened this one because it was, like that. So you gotta take that off carefully. That bag will probably rip down the side because they put them in those cheap thin bags and not good. So you get this. It's almost like a like foil almost kind of thing, and it's a wraparound cover. So let me pull out the insert thing first, and so we could do this. So you've got this nice waterfall looking thing. Kind of nice. I don't know. Oh yeah, it does say Pearl Jam right there. Does that say Pearl Jam? Yeah, it does. It says Pearl Jam right there. No, it doesn't say Gigaton anywhere. Yes, it does. That says Gigaton. So we've got Gigaton. And we've got Pearl Jam. And then we've got this nice gatefold inner. Nice, nice, nice. Now the records themselves, they're both exactly the same, but not really. Okay, so it's a three-sided thing. It's not four sides. So you've got black polylined sleeves. It would have been nice if they would have put something on there, but because Pearl Jam usually does pretty well with their stuff. But we've got black vinyl. Gray, black and gray. That way, I'm sorry. Center things, and then the other one is another gray, but on the back, got dog hair on that already. The other side is, this side is blank, but there's an etching, and mine says, "Is this you?" You can see the dust I just picked up in here. It's not going to take it off. It's too staticky. New records have static, and it picks up every bit of dog hair and dust I have in this house. But it says, "Is this you?" And there's other different ones that say different things there. I don't know what "Is this you" means. Maybe it's a lyric. So I think this one is only on the German version of what that says, as far as stuff goes. Oops. So the other thing is this insert. It's a little booklet. It's actually, that doesn't say Pearl Jam on it. Very shiny foil on the front. Back cover is these looks like sperm whales or something. But then it's kind of a matte form paper with song titles and lyrics and the band. That's the titles, and then let's do it like this. Some nice photos with lyrics. This is probably why this was expensive, because it's 2 LPs and it's got this book. That says, there's a song called Afterlife, because that's what it looks like that says right there, or Afterglow maybe, I don't know. All Right, maybe it's All Right, I don't know. But yeah, that looks like the titles of the songs are in there, so that's cool. Very neat. Very neat. This is the first time I'm looking through this, really. I pulled it out yesterday, but I didn't flip through the book. Neat. Very cool. Pearl Jam does a good job, I think, with their records and their CDs too. They give you what you pay for, I think. Whether you like them or not, the packaging goes a long way for as far as I'm concerned. And that's that. So that was $0 plus shipping. Really cool. Now this next one is Beastie Boys. Some old BS. I love this cover. I love this font, and I kind of even like this whole cut and paste thing they did. It says Beastie Boys, featuring Beastie Boys' earliest recordings, including Egg Raid on Mojo and Cookie Puss on 100-gram vinyl, and it's got a little code. This one also made in Germany, German pressing. I believe it's exactly the same as the United States, but except maybe there might be different colors. I think this is going to be black. This album is kind of it's two EPs, I believe. The Cookie Puss and Pollywog Stew. And if you're a Beastie Boys fan that goes back before License to Ill, you'll know that they were once a hardcore punk band. And they, for some reason, I don't know why, what would have changed them to become a rap group? Because I love the Beastie Boys, but I don't follow their history like some people would do. But they went from this hardcore band and they started experimenting with rap, and that's what Cookie Puss is. Cookie Puss is pretty much a funny song. If you haven't heard that, it's funny. It's so ridiculous, and it's so early into the rap thing. You can tell, like, by now, like, nobody would ever do a song like that again, I don't believe. It was so different. It's like a prank phone call they make, and they're talking to somebody on the phone, and I mean, I'm sure it's all scripted, but it's just a funny song. But the rest of it is pretty much a hardcore album. So let's look at the back. Oh, we've got lights everywhere this time. I've got an extra light over here, and it's causing problems. Let's do it this way. There we go, guys. And then we've got the cover again. Oops. I had this on CD for a long time. This one also $0. We've got my dinner. $0 and $8 shipping. So I've got the Grand Royal. That's the Beastie Boys label. So anything that I'm gonna think all their albums probably have that same thing. I've seen them. I think they're green sometimes. That's a dark burgundy. It's hard to read the words on that. They should have put the words with the name of the album and stuff in white. You know, it would have stood out better. But this is a. It's kind of polylined. It's thin though on the inner side, but it's still good quality packaging. And we've got this lyric sheet kind of thing, but it's also gatefold, and it shows the Pollywog Stew EP, front and back cover, CD. I don't know what that is. Maybe it's the inner tray. This is Cookie Puss right here. Lyrics, I guess, or maybe something else. I don't know. Credits or something. Yeah, that's not lyrics. Interesting stuff. This looks like lyrics. Okay. Beastie Boys, Cookie Puss, maxi 12-inch single. So okay, so or 12-inch, not a single. It might have been a single. I don't know. But I really like the Beastie Boys hardcore stuff. I don't know if I have all of it, but I have this, and I have a couple of other things that have some of the songs on them, and they did bring it back a little bit in some of their songs. Like you can tell, like on I believe it's Check Your Head and the other big one from the 90s. They did some songs, and then on Paul's Boutique, I believe they had Looking Down the Barrel of a Gun. That's a great song. But Egg Raid on Mojo is one of my favorite songs by them. Hardcore songs, I should say. But Egg Raid on Mojo. What's the other ones? Transit Cop. And I think it's Riot Fight. There's a song called Beastie Boys as well. But Yeah, the first few songs, they're probably only like a minute long, or something. They're real short. And there's two versions of A Grade on Mojo. One I think is the clean version, and one is the regular version, and or something. And then it's the first and second to last song on side A, I believe, and then side B is the Cookie Puss stuff. And there's two versions of Cookie Puss. Something called Bonus Batter and Beastie Revolution. And Cookie Puss, the second one, is a censored version. So, But, free. So I'm really happy to have both of those because I had never heard Gigaton yet. I still haven't heard it because I haven't played it yet. But I'm glad that I was able to get it and not have to pay anything more than shipping. So got more things coming because I found something called Whatnot, and I know it's been around a little while, but I had never really played with it. And I found out that there's a lot of people that give away stuff, and if you spend enough time not playing with it, you can win some stuff. And I've been using it for about 5 days, and I've won several records, two records. Some Magic the Gathering cards. I don't even play Magic the Gathering, but I collected the cards for a little while, couple years ago. I've played it online. I couldn't play it with a person because I don't understand it that well. But you can play it online because if you can't figure out what you're supposed to do, it helps you. But I haven't played in a while because my computer was too slow for it. And I got a new computer and I never set it up again. But Whatnot, there are lots of good deals on there. So if you haven't used it, I can tell you it's addicting, especially if you get into people that are doing contests and you're just trying to win a contest. And I've won some good stuff. Probably over $100, at least definitely over $100 worth of stuff. In a couple days, I've won, and most of it is shipped already. So I'll be getting that this week. But I've seen some great deals on stuff, and it's just I don't have the money right now to spend it. But I've seen records that are $40, $50, and these people are putting them up for $10 brand new, and it's still sealed, everything. And I don't know where they get them, and they have a lot of copies of the same stuff, so they keep going all day long. I saw one guy, he was selling records they were starting at $5, and the most I saw any of them go for is about $7, and they had a lot of different copies of the same thing. So I think they knew that there was multiple copies. So as soon as one came up, first person that bid $5, nobody else bid. And it only lasts for like 30 seconds or whatever, the auctions or whatever. So they would get it, and then he'd put something else up and put something else up, and then the same thing would come back, and the next person would get it, and it would just keep going. And the guy sold like 900 records in a day. Incredible. At $5 a piece. Don't know where they getting these things. They might have fell off a truck, as far as I know. I don't know. Don't know how they could possibly get all these records. They were all sealed, all brand new. They weren't this year's records. They were a couple years old probably, but I don't know if like Walmart or somebody might have been getting rid of them. But good stuff for low prices. I did buy one from the guy for $10. And it was funny because I won that one, and then I said, because he said he's going to do another contest for people who bought things from him today, and I was like, well, I wanted to buy something, and I couldn't decide. It was like 3 things I wanted, and I ended up buying one thing, and then I got put in the buyer's contest, which happened like maybe 15 minutes after I bought that. Before he ended his show, and sure enough, I won that too. So I got 2 records out of that deal for $10. But I've spent $10 on Whatnot, and well, I've gotten over $100 and something worth of stuff coming to me. So that's awesome. But anyway, check that site out if you get a chance. I don't know if you can do it on the computer, but you can do it on an app on your phone. So anyway, that's it for now. Talk to you guys later. Bye.